My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. I would like to show you all some other little steps I took in the puttying of the Dachshunds, and I'll tell you this little one I just worked on here. I got a little bit of extra put into it. I did also discover it doesn't really much change the way it looks, but it does actually make it feel a whole lot smoother once it dries out, and that's how it kind of worked with this one. I'm probably going to demonstrate a little bit here because you see there's places in here where sometimes there's still going to be little cracks here and there in the wood, so I come along, just decide to kind of take in a little space, and where you see that it's still a little uneven there, try to apply some, and I say, try to fill in a little hole just a little bit better to try to narrow it down. I'd say take your finger, kind of mash it down in a little bit, and so I say that with little cracks to fill, we take care of these little good matters. And I tell y'all that there's just little places where we just smooth it in, try to get rid of where some of these little holes and cracks are, and just kind of see what it's going to come narrowed down to. So there's still little places you see that kind of will come up here a little bit in the ears, and just kind of like place in a little putty here. And I'd say once it's all done, you're probably going to see a little bit more. And I think while I'm at it, you see a little bit of putty did go into the muzzle. All you really have to do is just take a little knife and scrape it out of the little area where the little burning of the muzzle is, just to kind of get it a little bit straighter out. And with all this extra work, kind of get things a little done here. I say with all we do, sometimes, just sometimes, you can take a little knife and use it to just kind of smooth the area a little more out, and kind of get it right into its good little place. And I say, just kind of take it where we're going to flatten it down a little more. It's almost like how it is, let's say, whenever you use that tile stuff down on a floor, where you kind of use that little thing to kind of flatten it out. I mean, I can't remember what all you call that, but that was just something that kind of saw with Sarah Lissy on Tool Girl's Garage fairly recently. And that's just little interesting things we see what people do, and kind of come down to where we're just getting it into the leg here. And then there will also come a moment when you'll begin to sand a little bit. I've discovered that as you kind of do it the second time around, it's better to sand a little more gently with it, to kind of make sure that you kind of just don't really mess the putty up. And it's kind of like one thing I say that when I was sharing little messages about this through little Instagram messages and things, how I was kind of telling my friends all about this, and they kind of didn't know wood putty existed, but it's such a neat little thing. I just remember the days I puttied in all those nails back doing construction work in the days. And so for little kinds of works we have and do, I tell y'all that this is just what it's going to be. Still have yet to see whether these are going to be better if soaked in oil or given a superficial finish. More than likely, since it was already soaked before it was puttied, it might be better just to kind of give it a little superficial, because you never know whether the oils might cause the putty to come apart when it sinks right in. Think I'm going to kind of patch up a little hole or two in this one as well. Try to get it in a little good shape like it needs. I say that this is just what it all seems when we get down to what we're going to have with just a fine artwork. And oh, I say that it's just one thing that we see when we're all done. Think I see another little crack in the ear. Think I'm gonna go and take care of that little thing as dadgum well. And so, with little glee and paper and all the love we can put into a piece, I say, oh, I tell y'all, little funny little holes and soggy wood. Oh, I say, putty is great. It's a great little freaking tool to make a little way, to show a little grace and mercy and peace. Oh, to heck with that, I say, putting all things together, I tell y'all, and might even just show a little more how these ones have come out as well. Of course, like we say, it's the sapwood. And in the little meantime, I'd say there's probably been a few more posts I've tried to make to YouTube as well. Video could come up anytime here, but I kinda, as I record, am getting the school year over with my job, and probably going to be over with by the time this video shows up. But I say this is just kind of how we're working it in. I think I finally got to where made a good little work to have just how we have a little bit of good times in art. And so I say video won't be too long. Kinda gotta keep it short enough. So think we're gonna take this same little pattern we've done here, put it to use with the figures. And so I say, with all things, making it so it's just going to be kind of like a nice little animal to come down to what we're going to see and say. So what's with this? I tell you all, it's just a little project. So thank you all for coming on to watch. Wish you all the best for the future. Hope to see you all again. Hope to see you come on for the next video. Please subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.